Hey guys, welcome to another one of my guitar tutorials. My name's Adrian Whyte. Actually, I happen to tour and play in a Sun Records show. So it's funny, I'm a little bit ashamed to admit this, but there's a few little details I've recently picked up in Luther Perkins playing that have kind of blown me away. Now, recently I put out a video on how to play like Luther Perkins, and I covered the majority of the things he does as a rhythm player, and I get into a few of his lead breaks as well. Now, there's something that either I missed or didn't appear so much until the later recordings. I was transcribing Luther played the boogie, and I found some really cool stuff in there that I hadn't really noticed before. So you can, by the way, you'll be able to get the full transcription for that. So make sure you click the bell, click like on this video, that will help too, and subscribe, obviously. Don't be afraid to comment as well. I'll be interested to know what you guys think. Have I just missed something? Or is this mystery ghost note thing that I'm noticing, something that people don't really talk about with Luther Perkins playing? Because if you ask me, it's a little bit of subtle sophistication that he did not get credit for. Now, you wouldn't be blamed for saying that. He's probably one of the more simplistic players of that era, especially when you compare him, for example, to Carl Perkins or Scotty Moore. Though, Carl Perkins was known for his ripping solos, Scotty Moore for his finger-picking work in particular. Luther Perkins was known very much for his boom chick and his simple guitar solos. But this little thing is going to surprise you, because it really surprised me, and it took me a good half an hour to figure out what was going on, because it sounded like two guitars. It was doing my head in a little bit, to be honest. Now, so what did I know? What have I covered about Luther Perkins playing? Well, I knew that he 6, 4, 5, 4. Okay, I knew he picked those strings for the rhythm parts. Remember, you can check out the lesson on this on my channel. I'll put a link in the description. And I know that from the 5th string, he picked like that. Okay, and for either, he might double up when he hit the 4th string. So. Now, what else did I know? Okay, occasionally he pushed through, did a little bit of a strum. Occasionally we got a little bit of that. Now, in the Folsom Prison solo, I know he did a little bit of a strum upwards there. But this is where it got a little bit interesting. I noticed later on in recordings, and it may even be something I missed in the earlier recordings, but he actually employs that technique quite a bit, but a little more accurately, playing the upper string. So for example, the first thing that kind of really excited me the other day, that I'd sort of, maybe missed a little bit, was he would pick the 6th string, he would pick the 4th string, then he'd flick up on the 1st string, and return to the 5th. Which is actually not easy to do, guys. You'll have to practice that, because it requires a little bit of accuracy, especially returning to the correct bass note. So if we did it from an A, pick the 4th, up on the 1st, down on the 6th, down on the 4, up on the 1st, back to the 5th. So, oh, see, I missed it. So that kind of surprised and delighted me to hear that during rhythm parts, during the choruses, even little pockets of, say, the intro or the verse. You might occasionally hear him do that just to mix things up a little bit. But if that wasn't hard enough, what kind of really got me was when I noticed that he throws in a little ghost note in Luther Played the Boogie during the little solo passage. So it goes like this. Now, I don't know whether that just looked easy or hard, but guys, it took me quite a while to get the hang of that the other day. It's something you'd almost see more in a Chet Atkins tune. What am I talking about? Well, watch this first finger. When I pick the 6th string, nothing's happening, that's fine. When I pick the 4th string, I'm popping that first finger, even if I don't pick the 3rd string. It's happening anyway. If I do pick it, great, you can hear it, and I think a little bit of that goes on, okay? But not necessarily, okay? That's what makes this difficult, and why I'm referring to it as a ghost note, okay? A mystery ghost note. And again, this sounds kind of like two guitars, and watch, this is why. Because we pick the 6th string, we pick the 4th string, we pop the first finger. As I flick up on the 1st string, like I was just showing you, I tap the 1st finger down. And that's challenging because I'm picking this string, I'm fretting the 3rd string, and it's a bit discombobulating. It's a little bit like patting your head and rubbing your belly and picking your nose all at the same time. So So as I flick up on the first string, I hammer that first finger down. And that's the technique that really I was listening to going, I thought it was Johnny Cash's guitar. I thought he must be hammering that. But over time, what I do when I'm really transcribing and dial in, I listen to the guitar tone and I try and focus on the tone. And I noticed that noise was an electric guitar tone, not an acoustic guitar tone. And I thought, there is no way that these were dubbed recordings. Not back then, okay? I don't think back in, maybe by 62, but I just don't think it was their sound or their style. So I really dug in and I noticed I could hear that little ghost note. So how you do this, you pick the 6th string, pick the 4th string, lift your finger. As you flick up, hammer that first finger down, pick the 5th string, and again, as we pick the 4th string, lift your first finger, and pick up on the 1st string as we hammer. So the actual riff. I'll play that real slow. You can get the transcription on my Patreon, if you're a member. If you're a member, it always sounds like I say, if you remember. Okay, just those 4 or so bars are transcribed, so you're going to look through them. The tab will really help for that because breaking it down is somewhat essential to get that coordination. Guys, that's it. What do you think? Have I just missed something? Have I just missed a detail in all the years I've been playing Luther Perkins? Or have I kind of uncovered a little Luther Perkins secret that, I don't know, I don't feel like anyone's ever really discussed before? Let me know in the comments. You could say I'm completely wrong, that's fine. Guys, don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can buy some merch now. I've got some merch available with this guitar featuring in that merch, so it's kind of cool. And yeah, check out the Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. I'd love to have you on board. There's bonus features, bonus content. You get transcriptions and tabs. There's a Discord where everyone talks, and yeah, some great stuff going on. So guys, hope you enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video.